Well, good Friday morning, everyone. As you can tell from the thumbnail, you know what this is going to be about. Is it really true that Yi, the action camera company, is going to come out with a drone? It looks like it will be. The name of the drone, so far from what I could tell from a little bit of investigating, is going to be called the Pixie. And I'm going to include some dimensions, some of the product details. So far from what I can tell, it's going to be about the size of the DJI Spark, a little bit thinner, but you'll be able to tell that from some of the images that I put up. It's going to be able to shoot 4K, which Yi is very well known for. It will not have a gimbal from what I understand, but that's still in the early phases. It's probably going to use Yi's electronic image stabilization to stabilize the 4K footage. Now the question is it going to shoot 4K at 30? Or is it going to be like the Yi Plus or the Yi 4K Plus and shoot 4K at 60 frames a second and then have the ability for 4K at 30 frames a second with image stabilization? So that's very unique. There's a couple things that I'm kind of curious about because, you know, what happened with GoPro when they went with the Karma and they kind of rushed it to market and really didn't figure out everything that they should have to be able to compete with companies like DJI, which is, say it as it is, it's the king of drones. But when GoPro had the problem with the Karma and the Karma started falling out of the sky, what ended up happening is it actually started to hurt GoPro in the long run. If you look at GoPro right now, they just released yesterday the GoPro Hero for $199. It's their attempt to try to bring the price point down and to compete with their competitors. And there's a lot of competitors out there that are nipping at their heels. Part of me thinks it's a little bit too little too late on GoPro's part, and I don't know if they're going to be able to recover or not. But this is not about GoPro, it's about Yi. Now, I've had some Yi products. I had the Yi 4K Plus, which I'd mentioned in videos before, that stopped working on me. Yi left me hanging. I've got the Yi M1, their micro four thirds mirrorless camera. I'm having a love-hate relationship with this camera. I'm going to do the final product review as soon as I hear back from Yi whether or not that they're going to be able to update the firmware with the autofocus on this camera. But anyway, let's talk about Yi and their drone. The Pixie. It looks like a cool little drone. It looks like from one of the pictures that it actually has sensors on the bottom of it. So I don't see any forward-facing sensors for obstacle avoidance, but at least it has sensors on the bottom. I guess that's going to be for either landing or to be able to keep it stabilized. I don't know if it's going to have GPS, GLONASS configuration where it's going to be able to keep the drone steady, if this is going to be an entry level. The price point, nobody really knows yet at this point, but I just thought that I would share some information about Yi coming into the drone market, which, Yi, for an action camera company, and they make good action cameras, but I'm just really interested, what's going to happen? Yi into the drone market. I think the drone market has the capability, when you look at drones like the Drocon or drones like the Bugs 3, or I think it's the Bugs 6 that'll actually hold an action camera that you can put on it. I think there's enough of a market out there for drones for the people that cannot afford a DJI product, even though the Spark has now come down in price. And the Spark, I like the Spark. I mean, if you've noticed from a couple of my latest videos, I like the Spark. It's a nifty little drone in 1080p. I love my Mavic Pro. I love my Phantom 3. I love all the DJI drones that I have. They've all performed great for me. But I'd like to hear your comment or what you think about it in the comment section below. Do you think that the Pixie drone will be a success? And maybe somebody out there knows a little bit more about price point of it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put some pictures of some of the stuff that I've gathered up about the Pixie, and I'll just kind of let that run through, and then let you guys kind of inspect it and see if there's anything that jumps out at you. Otherwise, have yourself a great day, and the picture's coming up now.